Grand Canyon is pretty good but terrible for making movies because everything looks the same. In order to make an interesting video to me, I had to pretend I was on a covert military operation where I have to use my drone. The storyline kinda sucks, but I refuse to start over. I'm very aware of every typo and technical error, but that doesn't make me stupid, it makes me lazy. This video apparently starts off meeting the man who was going to join us on our drone missions.
This is the man we were supposed to meet. No eye contact or verbal communication needed.
We had a job to do.
I sped up quick as to not look together. No one suspected anything. Here he took out his trusty Simmons Blazer spotting scope to survey the terrain. We saw the bridge we needed to detonate, the house where the terrorists congregate, and the active pipeline construction, which was supposedly water, but we knew better. There is a rule that no one is to take water directly from the Colorado River. How convenient. The pipeline I speak of courses north to south rim of the canyon. The north rim is where all the hostages currently are held. I started getting real sick and pretended I wanted to look off the edge. When our guide grew suspicious, I switched my story to needing to vomit because I was poisoned by the terrorists. In disbelief, he questioned why I accepted this mission if there was any doubt I wasn't the man to pilot the drones later. Fair enough, I said, please, let's continue.
What? I'm old. She's kind of scared of heights.
A deception as I grew somewhat weary of our guide. It was not mistrust but not exactly trust. An unhappy medium that forced us to be on our toes. At this point I asked to climb to this peninsula. I had planned to paraglide down and destroy the bridge myself. I told him I needed to pee very badly and he agreed for me to gain some distance from the group. But when I arrived, I realized he had taken my paraglide out of my bag earlier, when I needed to pee for the 7th time on our trip from Flagstaff. I knew it was lighter than before but failed to check. A mistake I will not make twice. I climbed up, gave a nice smile and procked onward. At this point, the mistrust hit a boiling point. The guide was showing my wife the river, apparently with our targets traversing downward. When I looked, not a single raft in sight. Perhaps I just missed it, or more likely she agreed to see what wasn't there only to move things along. Now we are at the main objective. At this spot, the drone is to be launched to survey. The guide said that this was not the spot. It will get us in trouble. I tried to explain that this is the correct location, and that is when he told me that he would have no part of this, that I am mistaken, and flying here would jeopardize the mission. Reluctantly I agreed, but only because I saw him fidgeting for the revolver in his pocket. Not here, I said to myself, not here.
I didn't throw a single rock off the canyon ever, but I did hit the stupid canyon with a rock.
The Native Americans built these trails in a zigzag pattern, so that kids couldn't hurl bowling balls down at the men and women, attempting to bring the tribe, including them, water up from the river. Of course it was still attempted, but would only kill a few people, not everyone. This is what they call scrambling. There's hiking, scrambling, and climbing. Climbing is when you are ascending vertically up a cliffside. Hiking is when you stick to the trails. And scrambling is when you'll do anything to get back up to the restrooms.
It's a type of juniper.
Yeah.
In the driest parts of Arizona, like on the rim here, and it can take 40 years to grow 1 foot tall.
Boring.
This toilet is a hole you don't want to lose a phone in. I'm tired of scrambling, so I tried some climbing. Holy crap, I look very stupid. Good thing I'm a drone pilot, and not a model or model citizen. At this point, I'm starting to think that whoever planned this mission was an idiot.
Oh.
My teammate said I was allowed to put whatever I wanted to in this video, with the exception of this part.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15 and 16 and 17 and 18. There's so many trees.
Am I allowed to get out?
Yeah, just be safe. Yeah, let me get off the road a little bit though, so I don't.
At this point I knew, this guide cared more about me getting hoofed to death by an elk, than surveying the canyon for terrorists with our badass drone capabilities, achieving the mission and saving humanity. He did say that the yellow jacket woman is one of our targets too. She is from China, and inspiring her to jeopardize her life is very easy. Welp, guess our mission is a complete failure. We killed our guide and went off into the wilderness to perform our mission.
I also had to kill Christopher because Davis is 1,000,000 times better. For example, this is Christopher.
I never knew coyotes slept smiling with their eyes open. But I must admit it is cute.
And this is Davis. The bitch looks dead as hell, smells like shit too. We are being called in to see if something this helicopter sees to perhaps land near, then we will deploy the drones. Nothing yet, but my eyes are peeled. Perhaps over this ridge. And then I saw it. Yup, there it is. An RPG. I said, do not act like we saw them. Fly around aimlessly until we get back. Then I will seek them down, and gain the surveillance we came here for, and after that, I'm gonna eat like absolute crap when I get back, because heroes need a little RR, and that's exactly what happens, but enough with the foreshadowing, let's see what happens next. Well, we made it to Bright Angel Lodge. I am ensuring our hotel has no bad people in it, because this is the site where we plan to initiate the final stages of the mission. We had a recent election. Donald Trump won, who clearly, I don't want to piss off the 20% of Americans that voted for Kamala. So, all I wanted to say here is, please let me perform my job. Trump was not intentionally spelled wrong, but after the other side got a serious bungus plungus, I left it in. No need to fan the flames of funny. Scouting the outside, the anti-drone threat is easily perceptible. I decided to go at 5 a.m., 18 degrees outside, to avoid detection, it's the people that are here for bird watching that you must worry about the most. But at this hour, they are all still rolling around in a bathtub they got stuck in. It will take until daylight before they resume power. Fully charged, I plant the drone safely, preparing for a not-so-certain victory. The sound's noticeable, but unlikely to a bird. Birds are most sensitive to sounds between 1 and 4 kHz, and with the frequencies of 30 kHz, there is no way a bird could possibly hear this. My mission was underway. This is 2 miles from start. I was told the canyon is 10 miles across, but that was clearly a load of shit as this drone made it in 2. I completed the first objective, precisely measuring the canyon. This is essential to know if you plan on attacking the other side. My teammate was not chosen for this mission because of her bravery in conditions of height. On solid ground, she will cut you. But enough is enough. I need to get this footage back to the Pentagon. Out of the way, teammate. Get the fuck out of my way, damn it. In order to get home, I needed to call in a chopper. But cell phones don't work. Playing a harmonica like this at 5 a.m. is surely to wake the entire canyon. We found a convoy home but couldn't depart just yet. We needed to rest and restock supplies at Mosswick Lodge, still 2 hours from the airport in Flagstaff. The hotel checked out, no terrorists, and the main lodge offered ample provisions. Before our final departure, I needed to know we weren't being followed, so I sent my drone to survey. Do you see a bird? Me either. Safe to fly. Birds, in particular birds of prey, attacked drones and routinely killed them out of the air, but not one bird, and the area seemed clear of danger, so I droned back to the lodge. I got yelled at for flying because it scares off all the birds. I didn't even care anymore and just apologized and didn't do it again. My wife went and saw Duck Rock on a Jeep tour. I know that wasn't very consistent with storyline, but I don't even care anymore. It is done. I'm out.